We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be for starters in the All-Star Game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, George. It's rebounded by the West. Harden dishes to Freak. Lets it go from deep. No good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. LeBron kicks to Gasol. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. A big group substitution here for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for LeBron. Butler comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for John Wall. And it's Carter Williams in for Kyrie Irving. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Gasol. Leonard comes in for Blake Griffin. Thompson, he's checked in for James Harden. And Lillard subbed in for Steph Curry. The West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Vucevic checked in for the East. And both free throws good from Freak. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter. Now Carter Williams. Kicks it to Butler. On the wing, DeRozan. He's covered by Thompson. And it's DeRozan missing.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Leonard with a screen on Carter Williams. And Cousins kicks to Alexander. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Alexander's got 8 points.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And he gets it to go.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Freak with it. Now defended by Carter Williams. Alexander, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Feeds to Butler. Vucevic down low. He's guarded by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. The West All-Stars on D. They trail by 1. And Butler gets it to go. Here is Lillard. The pass to Alexander. From downtown. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance.
A great event unfolding, 1 quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the East All-Stars, Paul George is out there at Greg Monroe. Then it's LeBron James, then it's Wall, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Here's West now. Harden the pass to Alexander. Puts up a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 16 points for Freak.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And Monroe kicks to Wall. Bledsoe with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Alexander, no luck. Harden against Wall. It's Monroe, high post. James wide open. That's good from 17 feet away. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Durant. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by the West.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Alexander gets the bucket.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside Irving. James sets the screen for Irving. James outside. 6 to shoot. Shot from the wing. The shot, no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Here's Alexander. And the 3 off target. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And George kicks to Irving. To the middle. And the dunk by James.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The West All-Stars with the ball. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Off the pick. Gasol, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Freak.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
A big group substitution here for the East. Pau Gasol's checked in for Monroe. Wash comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for John Wall. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Out to the right wing. A shot by Carter-Williams. Nobody around. And that misses. That would have put him up. And here's the West with the ball. And stolen by LeBron. It's tipped. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. And Freak throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And Lillard kicks to Griffin. Now here's Freak. James covering. Griffin dishes to Cousins, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here's Carter Williams. Some solid defense from Lillard.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
The shot's good from Griffin.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
East All-Star Dance Pad.
Butler, he's checked in for James. And West also making a switch. And the first
Substitution on the court. Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pad.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Big group substitution here for the East. Vucevic checked in for Gasol. Wash comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for James. And it's Carter Williams in for Kyrie Irving. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Gasol. Alexander comes in for Blake Griffin. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Steph Curry. And Lillard subbed in for James Harden. On the court for the West All-Stars, Alexander in at the 3. Klay Thompson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Durant, and it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. Balanced scoring clock for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clarks. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Alexander gets the bucket.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Now here's Wall. 8 points for him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
That is good. 26 points for Freak.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Especially now, Greg. I mean, this is a critical point in the game. His three-point shot really could end up turning the tide here and telling the story.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Such a wide-open look. Now just a 2-point East All-Star lead.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Pass to DeRozan. He dishes it to Vucevic. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bosch. Jimmy Butler comes in for Michael Carter-Williams. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Picked by Vucevic. DeRozan passes to Vucevic. And the rejection by Alexander. They recover. And here's the West with the ball. Russell kicks to Leonard. Russell with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. That ties it up. Alexander's got 11 points in the quarter.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do.
Outside Thomas. Lets the three fly, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Irving is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's LeBron James. And it's George in at the power forward. That's the five out there for the East All-Stars. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Irving against Harden. Here's Alexander. Cans it from downtown. Alexander's got 17 now, just in the second half.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Gasol kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but yep, he's still cooking, and Greg, he's cooking with gas.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Every All-Star game, you can count on it. You're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
Irving with it. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Outside, George. Gasol a screen. He kicks to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Shot on the wing. And the shot falls short this time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Gasol a screen. Outside Irving. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. Gasol's shot is good.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
The East making a switch. Ball's checked in. Curry kicks to Alexander. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And here are the East All-Stars now. They trail by 6. Irving dishes the Wall. The shot by George, wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. Here is Harden to the left wing, and a wide open look for Freak. Wall grabs the board. Wall's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Irving, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Gasol, a screen on LeBron. Alexander passes to Gasol. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And now an 8-point West All-Star lead. And Wall kicks to James. Here's the 3. Wall's shot is off.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
LeBron against Curry. LeBron dishes to Irving. Gasol, a screen on Hart. Irving drives in. The West All-Stars pull it in. Alexander's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Riven sets the screen for Freak. In the corner, Harden. Gasol, a screen on George. Harden's shot is off. The East All-Stars running out of time. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
And 2 teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
Here's Alexander. Knocks down the step-back J. Alexander's got 41.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
Here today,
Spacing.
His shooting percentage is off the charts.
Here's LeBron. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Gasol with the steal. Right side Curry shoots the 3, and that one's good. And now an 11-point West All-Star lead.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
Harden against James. Wall wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Gasol, a screen on Harden. The drive by James. The shot by Wall. They grab their own miss.
And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
It has been a lopsided battle on the boards, no doubt.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute.
They're running. Ahead. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Harden.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Irving kicks to Wall. Back to Irving. To halt the run, he takes it up and lays it in.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. What are your thoughts, Kenny, on his game tonight?
A remarkable 27 points from three-point land for him. With that kind of long-range shooting, easy to understand why they came out on top. When a team has a single player accounting for 9 three-pointers, that usually makes for a successful night.
Can you say freak-alicious? Watching this guy all season, I think most of us were expecting him to go off. He did not disappoint. It's a tremendous honor to be named MVP of the All-Star Game. Big-time career underway for this young man.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.